Welcome back to the Casual Game Hobbyist. You're joining us for Game 7 of the 2025 season of Coach Nathan Moore's first season as the offensive coordinator of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and today Nebraska's taking on the Gophers of Minnesota. Nebraska, number 10 ranked team in the country, 6-0 against 1-5 Minnesota. But as the teams run out, before we get to the game, let's review how we got here as we load up our Dynasty in College Football 26. And so last week we beat Maryland, just pounded them 42-5, moved up from 13 to 10. And as we advance the week, we pick up some commitments, a 4-star right guard and a 4-star right tackle. We are building from the inside out, building that offensive line and defensive line as well. So right now we have the 4th best recruiting class in the country, behind Georgia, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. So recruiting is looking great so far. In the top 25, we moved up to 10 from 13, so finally broken the top 10. And we're going to look to keep that going as we play at Minnesota this week. Looking at our conference standings, because our first goal is to win the Big Ten, to win the conference. We are situated pretty well, sitting at 3-0. Just need to keep winning those conference games. And our Heisman Trophy update. Caden Salter out of Colorado, number 1. John Mateer out of Oklahoma, number 2. And Blake Shapen, the quarterback out of Mississippi State, number 3. As we take a look at the team's schedule, Week 8, game number 7 for Nebraska at Minnesota. And as we take a look at Minnesota, they are struggling. They're last in the Big Ten in points per game, last in yards per game. So their offense has been on the struggle bus. As we look at the defense, also not great. Defense giving up 31 points per game, giving up 381 yards per game. We're going to have a good day, I think. Looking at our injury report, our left edge is still out for a few more weeks, but have no fear, just need him to get healthy before the postseason. So let's get to the game. And Nebraska is going to get the ball first. The offense takes the ball from the 25, runs out of the wishbone off to the left. Sorry, the wing bone. And Rilla scrambles out right. Didn't like any of his options downfield. Decides to keep it. Scampers for 10 yards. And, we take a look at the trenches here. Have a 46-pound advantage there on the line. So we're going to hope to push around this Minnesota defensive line a bunch and run the ball down their throats. Good run by Lindenmeyer up the middle for 7. And here's Nebraska on 2nd down. The pitch out to Emmett Johnson to the left. Picks up a bunch of yards. He's got 2 rushes for 11 yards so far. And Nebraska comes out in the eye. And running zone off to the right, picking up another big gain. Unfortunately, Luke Lindenmeyer picks up a knock there. We'll see how he handles that. Raiola faking the jet sweep, keeps it, runs up the middle, no gain. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nebraska is knocking on the red zone. And a little halfback screen out to the left, taken by Johnson. Picks up 3 yards. It gets Nebraska into the red zone. So 3rd and 7 from the 19. Pitch out to Ivy out to the right. Loses a yard. And so Coach Moore decides, let's take the points. Let's kick a field goal. It was 3rd at our 4th and long. And field goal is good. So 3-0 Nebraska. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And we pick it back up. With 2:12 left in the first quarter, Minnesota went down the field and scored, so it's 7-3 Minnesota. Looking to drive the ball down here, take that lead back, and just run that clock. Fullback pitch out to the left. Picks up a couple yards, brings up another 3rd down, 3rd and 5. We need to get into 3rd and more manageable. But great hold, great blocking by the offensive line. Emmett Johnson stiff arms the guy, picks up a few more yards. Big run. He's got 58 yards on 4 carries. First quarter isn't even over yet. So on 1st down here, Emmett Johnson back up the middle. Nebraska isn't going to let up that big run again on back-to-back plays. They stuff it. So we're running a little little action out to the right. Hit Hunter Johnson out on the flat. Picks up 13 yards and a first down. And at the end of the first quarter, upset brewing. Minnesota 7, 10th ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers 3. The Nebraska offense needs to kick it into gear here before Nebraska puts any more points on the board. So start of second quarter, 1st and 10 from the 26. Run with Lindenmeyer up the middle, picks up 8. On second down, QB keeper off to the right. Varela made the wrong read. Thankfully didn't lose any yardage. So 3rd and 2 from the 18. Gotta think we're in 4-down territory here. It doesn't matter. Lindenmeyer picks up that first down. Fully recovered, it seems, from that earlier injury that he picked up. So 1st and 10 now here in the red zone. Give off to Emmett Johnson off to the left side. No gain, actually loses a yard. So let's see what Raiola can do with his arm through the air. Just didn't have enough time. Incomplete pass. 3rd down. Nice comeback route. That comeback route's been money all year. Great pass out to Dane Key on the left, and that's going to be a touchdown, Nebraska. Good route, good throw, good catch. Leads to 6 points for Nebraska. And after the extra point, it's going to be 10. So Nebraska 10, Minnesota 7. Minnesota again goes down the field, kicks the field goal, ties it up. So we got 10-10 with just over 5 minutes left in the first half. And the goal in this drive is obviously points. We want to take the air out of the ball. We want to take as much time off the clock as we can while scoring some points. Something we should be able to do with just over 4 minutes left here in the half. 3rd and 5, not the position we really wanted to be in. Broken play there. Picks up 2 yards and leads to this punt. Solid punt. Oh, a decent punt. Minnesota takes over on the 45, and they go on to score 3 points, so it's 13-10. A minute 20 left, and oh no. Why are we thrown into double coverage? That is a Minnesota touchdown. 34-yard pick 6 puts Nebraska up 10 after the extra point. Gopher Man is so happy he's spinning his head around. So we find ourselves down 10, a minute 10 left in the first half. We've got some work to do if we want to avoid this monumental upset. Raiola rolls out. Incomplete pass, not a great throw. Still hit the receiver in the hands, had a chance, couldn't make the catch. Short flip out to the right, picks up 3 yards, so it's 3rd and 7. We cannot give the ball back here with, but we're going to. Incomplete pass, offensive line could not provide protection, so we're going to punt, and Minnesota's going to get another chance to score points before the first half. Thankfully, our defense holds. Punt rolls into the end zone for a touchback, so we'll take over at the 20 with 6 seconds left. We're not going to try anything funny. We're just going to run the ball, run the clock out. Just kidding. After that first down, we're going to take a timeout. 1 second left on the clock. Still probably not going to take any big chances. Yeah, just throw the ball to the tight end out to the left. Pick up 9 yards. Get us to halftime. Not where we want to be at halftime. Down 10 points to 1-5 Minnesota. Currently the worst team in the Big Ten, offensively and defensively. We just haven't gotten it going. Time of possession has been great, but can't turn the ball over. Can't throw a pick 6 with 2 minutes left in the half. So we got our work cut out for us. Minnesota got the ball after half, kicked the field goal, put us down 13 now. Digging that hole even deeper, but hey, no panic. We've been here before. We can handle this. Emmett Johnson takes 2 straight handoffs, both up the middle. 12 yards total, aggregate on both of those runs. Picks up the first down. That's just good option defense. Couldn't pitch it out. The edge had the pitch man, or had the running back covered, and the linebackers had the pitch man, had the quarterback there. It's been the story of the game, story of the night. 3rd and undesirable. We're in a 3rd and long. But hey, Dane Key comes up big again. with a great catch, a first down on a curl route. Outside our big run that Emmett Johnson had in the first half, our run game just hasn't really been able to have sustained success. Good run there. Brings up 33, third and manageable. We've got to keep this drive going. I would think we're in 4-down territory again here, but thankfully Coach Moore doesn't have to make that decision just yet as Lindenmeyer picks up the first down and a fullback run at the middle. Nothing there. Nothing there. Emmett Johnson loses a yard, brings up 2nd and 11. Can't run it inside. Let's try to run it outside, and again, nothing there. Lost it 2, so 3rd and 13. As the crouch sings to Mo Bamba, trying to fool him on the halfback screen. We lose 6 yards. Nothing is going right for our Nebraska offense right now. Good punt, pins him at the 17. Defense holds, gets the ball back with 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We'll get the ball back and absolutely have to score here. Speed option out to the left. There we go. Good blocking. Emmett Johnson takes it off the right side. No one's going to stop him. 20, 10, 5. Goal line, touchdown Nebraska. That is the spark that we needed. Show off those big guns, young man. Well earned. Do that dance. It's going to be 23-17. We're going to be down 6 points. Leading into the 4th quarter. Not where we want to be, but we'll take it given our deficit at halftime. So good run by Emmett Johnson. Picks up 6 points. Extra point makes it 7. Get the ball back here with the 4th quarter just starting. Still down 6. Nothing there for Johnson. Give it to old reliable Luke Lindenmeyer up the middle. Picks up 5. Brings up 3rd and 5. Raiola changing the play at the line. Doesn't like the look that he was given. Going to do a little play action rollout. Receivers covered. No one's going to take the quarterback. He'll run it himself. Big gain, big yardage. 1st and 10 from our own 44. Good blocking, good run. Oh man, if he could have broken that one tackle, he was gone to the end zone. That's okay. We'll take 7 yards. Pick up the first down here with Lindenmeyer. Picks up 4, hard-earned yardage. We're on the right side of the 50 finally. The opponent's 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Running a lot of pitches out to the outside because that's how we've broken a couple big runs. Trying to break some more, but no gain there. We've been running the pitch a lot, so fake the pitch. Didn't like any of his receiving options. Just going to take it himself for the first down. Good decision by Raiola. Raiola's showing a lot of willingness to run the ball this year. Didn't come into college, didn't come to Nebraska as a running quarterback. He's kind of a creator with a good arm, but he's shown a lot of willingness this year to run the ball and take some hits. And when he does throw the ball, makes good throws like that. Picks up the first down. We're going to just forget about that pick 6 he had earlier. Completely erased from the memory. Lindenmeyer up the middle, big hole, gashes the defense for 12 yards. 1st and goal from the 3. We're just going to try to pound this in. No gain. Let's see if Nebraska tries to just pound it in again. And we do. Who but Luke Lindenmeyer for the touchdown. When we need those hard yards, when we're down near the goal line, this is the tight end turned fullback, Luke Lindenmeyer. Another touchdown. It's a 23-23. We have a tie game. After the extra point, should be 24-23 Nebraska. It is, except Minnesota scored again, so we find ourselves down 5 points with 1:30 left. So we have 2 timeouts, but we're gonna be running lots of hurry up, lots of no huddle until we get a little closer. Big run, nothing there. Raiola picks up the first down. We had an injury. It's gonna stop the clock. Oh, barely got that ball off on the halfback screen, but does. Emmett Johnson takes it 15 yards for a first down and gets out of bounds, stopping the clock. So on the opponent's 40 here, 1st and 10. Got to have a touchdown. Can't have anything less than a touchdown. Receiver tries to get to the sideline and stop the clock. Can't. It's all right. Continue to run the hurry up there. Great route, great throw into between defenders there. big gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15. Gain of 20 there. So we're in the red zone. No need to stop the clock yet. Plenty of time with 45 seconds as we snap the ball here. Raiola takes it himself, picks up 5. And we're just going to let that clock run down. We're on the 11. We don't need too much time to take some shots into the end zone. Good pitch. Lost a yard there. Finally going to take our second timeout of the half. Leaves us with 1 timeout. 3rd and 6 from the 11. 27 seconds left. Luke Lindenmeyer. We got a big 4th down here. Obviously big 4th down. It's 4th and 2. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. And Luke Lindenmeyer comes through again. Take our last timeout. 13 seconds left here in the game from the 1. Do we dare risk try to run it up the middle and get stopped with so little time left? No, we're going to run play action. And again, they don't pursue. The quarterback don't pursue Raiola, and he waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown. Nebraska makes it 30-29. Extra point, 2-point conversion. We're going to go for 2. And we're going to get it. Final score, Nebraska 32. The Golden Gophers in Minnesota 29. Comeback win for Nebraska there. Should have been a lot more comfortable win, but hey. Emmett Johnson, player of the game, 163 yards on 19 rushes. Good game for him on the outside. Didn't get a ton up the middle. Actually did have that big run up the middle, so I take that back. But hey, gritty win by Nebraska. Pull this one out. All you got to do is win. Just win your clunkers. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you do it. You just got to win. It's got to work. So thanks for joining. Join us next week as we continue the 2025 season for Coach Nathan Moore and Nebraska. Hey, he's going to get some calls for head coaching jobs, but hey, we'll talk about that next time. See you then.